So thank you for joining this demo, everybody. We'll just start the demo now. So let me share my screen. So my name is Santosh Haribabu. I've got an overall experience of 12 years and 4 months. I'm working as Linux administrator in a private company. Uh, I've got around uh, the skill set that I have is more towards cloud administration, cloud security, and cloud automation, especially the Azure cloud. Also, I hold other cybersecurity certifications. My leaning is towards cybersecurity. Hence, I completed some cybersecurity certifications. I am still pursuing them. I've also completed Red Hat certified system admin, Red Hat certified engineer, and I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer. Apart from these, what you see here, I have also completed certified ethical hacker and eLearn junior penetration tester. So yeah, CCNA also have done. So my interests are more into cloud security, general cyber security. Uh, right now, just getting into penetration testing. So that's my interest and my learning. So throughout this learning, I mean, I've learned basics of the concepts, and they really helped me build uh, additional skills on top of it, additional knowledge on top of what I already have. So when I learned CCNA, I understood how VPNs work, how do you configure it, right? When I learned CCNA, I learned about what is NATing, all those things. So a lot of concepts I've learned, and each individual certification has helped me learn and gain the knowledge, which helped me learn the other certifications and concepts. So, so I would like to just give a gist about how you can start your uh, learning path or the learning plan in Microsoft Azure Cloud. If you're starting new or you already have some knowledge but you want to complete the certification, or you're looking for a career switch in cloud, everything is fine. Uh, all you have to do is you just have to start with fundamentals. If you already know fundamentals, then we'll discuss what can be done next. Uh, but anybody who is gonna start is they should start with Azure fundamentals. Uh, the cloud computing is basically, if you look at from a very, if you look at them from a low level, they are just combination of all the basic technologies that are already existing, right? All cloud computing does is it is just giving us combined manner and presenting it to us in terms of some services that we can access over internet. That's it. To me, that's what it looks like. The concepts are going to remain the same. The natting is still the same. The pat is still the same. The public IP is still the same. Private addressing is still the same. No change in that. IPv6 concept same. There's no change in that. Just that the way it is presented and the way they are worded, that's all. And behind it, there is a specific cloud solution provider. Either it's Azure or AWS or Google cloud platform, right? So you can start with fundamentals. Fundamentals, if you're looking for Azure careers, which Azure is a very good, I would say, good cloud solution provider. They have got they in last 5 6 years they've got a very good growth path. If you look at the growth path, it is huge. They have reduced the gap they have with AWS in terms of market share. So the second largest is this. I mean, Azure has got second largest market share after AWS, but still they're still catching up. I hope that the gap reduces a bit more as we in the upcoming years. So with the fundamentals knowledge, somebody will gain knowledge on what are the cloud concepts. This that's a basic. We need to understand why cloud, what cloud etc. So that we know, we are moving to cloud for these reasons, right? These are the advantages. So that's what we learn as a first domain over here. The second domain is like what are the Azure core services, and what is Azure architecture? What are the main architectural components of Azure? Uh, so that's what we learn in this second one, which is Azure architecture and services. So finally, we look at uh, you can deploy, how you can manage the deployment in Azure. What are the different ways that you can deploy the resources, deploy the services in Azure, and what are the governance tools that we have in Azure through which we can enforce some compliance or enforce some regulatory requirements. So that is what we'll be looking at in a fundamental level. The next level, the next in the learning path is the Azure Administrator. The focus of this is what we've learned in here. There's an extension to that, but in a different. Some of them are, they have just made it as different, separate, the separate topics, separate skills. So if you look at Azure identities and governance separate, we look at a little bit deeper about what is Azure Active Directory, and what are the features of Azure Active Directory. All these things we look at in that, and then governance tools like policy, blueprint, tags, etc. Then the second is your implement and manage storage. So what is storage? Why we need storage? What are the capabilities of Azure storage accounts? All these things we look at. What are the redundancy options we have in storage? How data is protected? What are the ways that you can protect the data? And how Azure protects the data in terms of encryption. And next is your compute services. What are the compute services available? We have got VMs, we've got app services, we've got containers, we've got Kubernetes, right? That's there. So that's what we learn in the third bigger skills uh, level. And the other one is you've got configure and manage the virtual networking. You've got all the aspects of networking in Azure, like what is virtual network, what and all are there, what are the what you can do with the VNet, right? How you can establish connectivity between a site in your on-premises versus your site in Azure. How you can establish, basically, site-to-site VPN and point-to-site VPN is nothing but your remote access VPN and site-to-site VPN in general networking terminology. And then finally you learn how to monitor the Azure resources and how to maintain we'll learn about backup, restoration of resources. We'll see how the resources can be monitored. What are the ways that you can bring in the logs into uh, a data ingestion tool, etc., right? uh, in this learning journey, so being a Microsoft certified trainer, I get subscription, so I have that liberty and uh, and some resources to deploy and show you as an example, right? How these are deployed, how you can visualize these services, so that if you're just getting started with Azure, you can create a free account. You can perform these same steps what I'm showing you in the sessions. So that is also possible. So you will learn a lot of things, and the moment you complete AZ 104, you will figure out maybe which path you want to go. uh, Usually if you see, there are so many learning paths available. uh, what I want to show you is that in certifications, browse certification, let's see. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to show. So there are so many paths, like you have administrators, you have AI engineer, you have app maker, you have business user, data analyst. All these are the roles which you can really move towards. Let's say somebody wants to look at security engineer. Yes, why not? uh, you can learn security engineer uh, uh, learning path, which is all about how you secure your Azure resources, right? It's an associate level certification, and yeah, you can you'll learn manage security operations, secure the compute storage, database, etc. All these things will learn. If somebody wants to go into different different learning path, let's say data engineer, you can find out what and all are there. So everything related to data engineering you learn in this particular learning path. So depends upon what is the individual's interest, you can go for it. But AZ 900 and preferably AZ 104 is going to be a good start for a good start to get started with Azure and uh, move in different pathway depending upon uh, what is your interest. So let's say somebody wants to do start with data analyst and then data engineer and then finally data scientist, right? Uh, Microsoft certifications are if you want to somebody is looking for certifications as well, yes, they have a very good return on investments, and the certification cost is also less comparatively to the compared to the other uh, certifications, uh, from what I see. And the renewal is also kind of right now it's free. It's just that you have to renew every 1 year, except fundamentals. Fundamentals, there's no expiry for fundamentals, but there is an expiry for the associate level and expert level certifications, which is 1 year. So after, I mean, from 6th month onwards, before 180 days, you'll keep getting the reminders that your certification is going to expire. And yeah, so that's, and then you have to write. It's kind of browser based test assessment, like like how if you just imagine that I'm just taking it now, that's how it will be, like click and move ahead, that's how it will be. So that's the renewal assessment. uh yeah, so that is in short, this is what I wanted to cover a bit. So I would like to you know ask, I mean, I would request the participants to ask questions, interact, so that we can just I can understand what your expectations are, and what is that you're looking for in general. Uh, so I will just open up the forum for questions and comments, clarifications.
Hi Santosh, hold me. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just said like I'm looking for the Azure admin. I just said like we have different paths when we completed this Azure admin certification. So
Hmm?
we can choose any particular what you call DevOps engineer or something, or we need to go through only admin. Just you showed me the different ways right, to learn the skills and all. So
Yeah.
when actually I'm interested currently I'm working as Exchange administrator. So I want to
Okay.
what you call add on my skill by in Azure. In Azure, as of now, I have user level, basic level access I have, but I want to
Hmm.
learn in admin side. So what will be the right choose for the right choose, but how it is.
Yeah, I think
Because
AZ
I
104
don't know
should be.
any, if it DevOps and all means at least maybe we need a basic coding knowledge or something right now.
Hmm.
But I am
Okay.
completely, my background was Windows and as well as Exchange. Now I'm
Okay.
planning to add on skill as Azure admin.
Okay, if you have good, I mean, if you know fundamentals, fine, you can skip that, and you can move to learn AZ 104. And then if you are really, I mean, if you want to complete the certification, yeah, you can complete the certifications. That's fine. But yeah, you can go for AZ 104. That should be fine. You can go with AZ 104. And after that, if you want to, uh, let's say after AZ 104, what? That is going to be AZ 305, uh, which is your expert level certification, right? So that is so solution architect, yeah, correct. Solution architect expert, 3-star certification, AZ 305. And AZ 305's prerequisite is AZ 104. We have to remember that certain expert level certifications have some prerequisite. So we need to consider that. So if you see, is this is the prerequisite, and this is one option. and finally you get AZ Solutions Architect Expert. So yeah, answer is you start with 104, uh, practice well, and then move towards solution architect.
And for this 104 course, what will be the basic knowledge required as if from scratch, like basic
Yeah, so
knowledge?
that's a good question. So let's see. So what you need is you need networking basics, very important networking basics. Client server architecture, I think you should be knowing by now. But anyways, this is important. Architecture, LB, load balancing basics, like how load balancing works should be more than enough. Uh, Firewalls, types, and working. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, this should be it. Uh, yeah, this should be it. So these should be okay. So this I always recommend these two. This should be your side learning apart from your main learning. Uh, Even if you
Okay.
learn them before you come to the sessions, I would be very happy because you'll very good understand what's going on, right? Because these are, as I said initially, the cloud computing concepts are just a combination of all these. I mean, there are many combination of all these. The basic the concepts remain the same. Like you have remote access VPN, yes, that's the one. NATing, yes, that's the one. IP addressing, same. IP subnetting will come in handy when you do the subnetting in Azure. ACLs in Cisco routers switches. That is called NSG in here, right? This the name is different, but almost the working is the same. Yeah, so very important. These are very important. Very fundamentals are very important. We should not ignore that. And I would still say, yeah, website, how website works. That's also required. How a website works. Then HTTP status codes, right? Uh, yeah, these should be. Hope it's clear. Yeah,
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
yeah, yeah.
Topics anyway, we can expect in this session like at least in a basic level, advanced level, right? What and all
Sorry.
prerequisite is there. So what and all topics just now you said that it is mandatory required. So it and all cover in this in coming sessions how it is
No. See,
based.
this will
No, right?
be. This is going to be. No, this will be. So depending upon what is the duration of the course, I can do that. I
Exactly.
can spend
Exactly.
first 10 hours in that. I mean, I need to check with them what is the course duration they have already going on. So
Mm-hmm.
you understand, right? I'm. We have to
I
look
got
at
it.
that as well. So course duration is
Fine.
if it's kind of very kind of squeezed, then I need to figure out. I need to give you some material and you have to learn at least the basics one. So because I will have time only to explain the concepts and demonstrate. Demonstration will also, if I have stringent timelines, then I have to even skip some of the demos and give you that work so that you do and you let me know. Uh, I mean, I'll anyways tell you. See, it's not that I'm just passing on. It's not that, but I will anyways tell you how to do that. You have to practice it. Practice is what is the key,
Got it.
right? So that is important. Yeah. But if you just follow, I mean, if I mean, I'm not saying my guidance, but I'm saying certain things. If you follow, for sure you will you clear the exam, and the concepts will be very clear to you. That's the point. Yeah. Who else has got questions? Anything that you want to clarify? Any questions? Nobody has any questions? We have people join. Questions, guys. This should be interactive, guys. I mean, I don't want myself to keep talking. Uh, so I had to limit to exactly the content that I want to deliver today. But I want to understand uh, what are your thoughts, you know, towards this career path, and how are you planning? It's a discussion rather than me telling you to do something. It's a discussion, both sides, right? That's how I see that.
Yeah, Santosh, this is
And
Ganesh.
Yeah, Ganesh, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually have nearly 9 years of experience on data warehousing. It's related to ETL background. So
Okay.
I just want to go ahead on admin side. So how the life will be like as a ETL developer, always it will be like a huge work, and daily it will be like a challenges. So how it would be like as a administrator?
Challenges is going to be there, right? That's always going to be there. But if you have a very good knowledge and experience in data warehousing, go with these skills. I mean, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist. I would not say you
Yeah.
go for administrator to start with. You can go with data analyst, data engineer. You've got Synapse Analytics. I think there are so many analytics services are there in Azure. You can pick anyone and do that. As long as
Uh,
you've got basics
yes, yes.
covered at your
Yeah,
side, you can go
yeah.
for data analyst.
So
I would
far,
not say
no, no. My intention is very different. Actually, so far I actually worked on ETL background, and daily it will be like thinking something new. Daily it like it's not like something easy. It like a different challenges we'll be facing. So how do why do I go like that and they keep on? So I just want to go in the different way that we are actually doing something different, and I don't want to face some much difficulties. That's why I'm thinking about the administration side. So is that the one expecting, will it be suitable for me as administrator, or any difficulties also we can able to see in this?
well, yeah. I mean, you can start with admin. I'm fine. You can start with fundamentals, go for admin, and then go for architect, solution architect. I would still, my recommendation is you go for data analyst, data engineer. See, there are solutions to every problem. It's not the challenges should be there. Without challenges, it's going to be, you may feel the
Yes.
other way around, right? So I'm happy that you have challenges, but you have to find out how to solve your problem. The problem
Yeah, that
should
I'm
be there.
doing.
So I'm
See
just
that
saying,
I'm.
correct. If it's pressure, then it's
Yeah,
a different
see.
talk. Right? It's a different discussion. If it's a so much pressure and you are not finding time, that's a different thing. But if you have
Because
challenges, yeah.
I'm not a fresher, I have to manage family and as well as the work life. That's
Correct.
why actually my colleagues, few of them are working. So they are saying that it's like a routine work. It will be like a calm going only, but we should be in the shift. That will be okay. There won't be much issues. Even issues, support will be there. So don't worry like that. They said
Correct.
once I get to.
Okay,
Hmm?
my view is that already you've got 9 years of knowledge and
Yeah,
experience in something. You're
understood.
leaving that and you're going out that. Then think about that. You want to enhance that, right? All I'm saying is enhance that knowledge in by doing these. Think that as well, right?
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
think
yeah,
multiple things,
understood.
right?
Yeah, now
So
I
that's
can
what I'm
able to
saying.
do a
Yeah,
modeling even. I can able to do a architect also.
yeah.
That is too technical. So I just want to come out from the too technical part. So already I have gone and I have seen a lot of things. So at least from for few years after, at least I want to make a soft thing, soft role and all. So will it be the same which I am expecting? Can I able to expect the same as a administrator or not? Or any different challenges we
Yeah,
may face?
administrators, yeah, it's gonna be you're gonna maintain what's already built. So see, I can't say every environment is different, right? I can't say this is how
No,
it
no,
will be.
that is
Every
fine.
environment is
No, no,
different.
that is
And
fine.
what if as an administrator you'll face the same issues, same what you may fix. I'm just saying, see, it's a worst case scenario. Uh,
Okay,
uh, I can't say it's not. It will not be there. I can't say it will be there. Right? That's how it is because it is environment depending upon a lot of factors. How mature the project is, whether it's a new project or whether it's a new setup or it's already there. People already
okay.
know how to do things, right? And worst case scenario, if you are there where it's all new, then guess what? You are already under pressure, right? So you you have to manage that.
Yeah, it's
And
not like
see,
pressure, but already I reached this one. Okay.
yeah, I'm just saying. See, this is my view. You already. I'm happy that you've got so much knowledge in ETL. Good. Go for data analyst.
Yes, yes.
This is the path you. Yeah, this is the path you take ahead. From what I think is this should be good for you. Yeah, but
Okay.
don't worry. Yeah,
Okay,
things will
thank
be
you.
good. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah.